Hello everyone, have you ever observed the price of a bottle of wine? What justifies such an expense? The price that can exceed several $1,000s per bottle. Today, however, we shall focus not on any single region in exhaustive detail, but rather on the fundamental reasons why fine wine often commands on a high price. And we will conclude with a brief overview of the historical factors that establish wine as a symbol of luxury. Let us begin. Good wine invariably commands in the vineyard, leading estates is two mechanical harvester, which can breeze grapes. Instead, they employ laborers to handpick every cluster. This meticulous method good wine invariably commands in the vineyard, leading estates is two mechanical harvesters, which can breeze grapes. Instead, they employ laborers to handpick every cluster. This meticulous method entails significant labor costs, harvest crews that commence work at dawn, additional sorting stations, and a greater number of individuals required in the field. As a consequence, many premium vineyards yields only 2 tons of grapes per acre, whereas bulk producers may achieve 10 tons per acre. Fewer grapes translate into fewer bottles. When the expense of land, laborers, and materials are divided among a smaller number of bottles, the cost per bottle inevitably rise. This simple arithmetic underlies a considerable portion of the premium attached. We address the concept of terroir, a term derived from French, denoting the particular combination of soil, climate, and geographical characteristics that endows grapes with their distinct qualities. Vineyards planted in rocky or well-drained soils compel vine roots to penetrate deeply, thereby producing grapes of greater concentration and complexity. Diurnal temperature variation, cool nights coupled with warm days, contributes to the development of balanced acidity and optimal sugar levels. Even subtle variations in elevation, such as gentle slope or shallow valley, can result in temperature difference of several degrees and significantly influence ripening. To safeguard these vineyards, proprietors may install frost protections wind machines at a cost of approximately $5,000. It's as well as implement precision drip irrigation systems costing roughly $1,000 per acre per annum to ensure that vines receive water precisely when and where it is required. In addition, manual pruning, meticulous nutrients analysis of the soil, and the cultivation of cover crops to enrich the earth all incur further expense. These cumulative investments are incorporated into the final cost of each bottle. When the grapes arrive at the winery, the process of transformation continues with equal rigor. Winemakers frequently employ specialized yeast strains, each strain commanding hundreds of dollars per batch, to encourage the development of targeted aromatic compounds, whether notes of ripe citrus, forest berries, and delicate florals. Fermentation is conducted under strict temperature control, maintained to within a few degrees. If the mass becomes too warm, the volatile aromatics may dissipate. If it remains too cool, fermentation may cease prematurely. Each day, trained technicians conduct sensory evaluations, testing the fermenting mass to be determined the precise moment to press the grapes and transfer the wine into barrels. Such intensive oversight requires a team of skilled specialists and regular laboratory analysis, all of which contribute to increased production costs. The utilization of oak barrels represents another significant expense. New French oak barrels are priced at approximately $1,000 a piece and retain their capacity to impart desirable flavors, vanilla, clove, toast, only for a period of 3 to 5 years. Thereafter, the barrel is deemed neutral, suitable for use but no longer enhancing the wine's bouquet. A single asset employing 200 barrels for a given vintage thus invests nearly $200,000 solely in barrels acquisition. One must also consider the recurring cost of cleaning storage space and the labor involved in racking transferring from one barrel to another. To husbands, this tradition of barrel aging profoundly influenced the character of the finished wine. Following the barrel aging, many of the world's most esteemed wines undergo additional maturation in bottle, often for a duration ranging from 1 to 5 years prior to release. During this interval, the winery capital remains committed to inventory, and the wine must be housed within the climate control, maintained at approximately 55 degrees Fahrenheit, with consistent humidity. The constructions of the cellar can exceed $200 per square foot, not to mention the ongoing cost of electricity or gas required to preserve the stable conditions. This cumulative expense, barrel storage, infrastructure, utilities, and the mere passage of time are integral to the eventual retail price of the wine. Scarcity further contributes to elevate price. Certain boutique estates produce fewer than 2,000 cases per year, equivalent to 24,000 bottles, whereas large-scale producers may sell hundreds of thousands of cases annually. When consumers' demand outstrips available supply, price escalates to accordance with the principles at supply and demand. Moreover, Stringent quality control mechanism often necessitate multiple rounds of grape sorting. With any unripe or flavored fruit discarded, although discarding grapes represent as direct financial loss, it ensures that only the final selection enter the fermenting process. Such rigorous selection reduces the number of sellable bottles, thereby increasing their value. The journey from winery to the consumer entails additional markups. Once bottled, the wine is sold to an importer, who often applies a 20 to 40% margin, then to wholesaler, who may similarly mark up the price, and finally to a retailer, which adds its own margin. By the time the bottle reaches the shop or restaurants, the original producer may receive no more than 30 or 40% of the final retail price. Furthermore, packaging expense, embossed label, wax seal, premium corks, and custom wooden case can contribute an additional $2 to $5 per bottle. One must also account for governmental levies. In certain jurisdictions, taxes may constitute as much as 50% of the retail price. All these factors coalesce to determine the consumer final expenditure. Okay, so let us now consider how wine attained its status as a symbol of opulence and refinement. In ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, wine was an exceedingly scarce commodity, reserved for religious ceremonies and interment alongside pharaoh. Only the social elite could afford its luxury. In ancient Greece and Rome, wine was intrinsically linked to worship of Dionysus, the god of revelry and ritual. Imported wines were costly, accessible solely to affluent citizens, Roman senators, and emperor. Host sumptuous banquet where wine flowed freely served from the estate of regions such as Campania and Gaul, which cultivated the grapes especially for the tables of Rome aristocracy. During the medieval period, monasteries in Burgundy and Bordeaux emerged as centers of vinous innovation. Monastic orders preserved thick cultural knowledge following the collapse of the Roman Empire and refined winemaking techniques. Wine remained as a symbol of hospitality and status within a royal court. As Europe entered the Renaissance from 16th century onwards, ownership of illustrious vineyards in Burgundy, Bordeaux, and Tuscany became anonymous with power and influence. Wine label bore noble family crests and elaborate designs, enhancing both aesthetic and perceived value of the bottle. Even into the 17th and 18th centuries, fine wine was typically served exclusively at royal courts of the estates of the aristocracy. Commoners in many areas continued to consume locally produced table wine or beer well into the 19th century. Thus, for millennia, wine has been enmeshed with social status, ritual, and luxury. This heritage endures in each bottle of fine wine, reflecting centuries of human ingenuity, craftsmanship, and cultural significance. In summary, the elevated price of fine wine can be attributed to the labor-intensive practice of vine harvesting, the pursuit of exceptional theory, the meticulous science of winemaking, the substantial investment in oak barrels, the extended period of aging, the limited production inherent to boutique estates, and the successive markups imposed during distributions. All these factors are further augmented by packaging expenses and taxation policies. Moreover, the legacy of wine as a luxury good, rooted in ancient civilizations and perpetual through centuries of aristocratic patronage, continues to shape our perceptions of wine's value. The next time you guess open a bottle price at $100 or even $300, remember that you are not merely purchasing a beverage, but investing in a narrative that spans 1,000 of years. It is indeed a story that you can taste. Thank you for your attention, and may savor each sip with renewed appreciation. Cheers.